Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. Last time we continue on here on World 5, getting ourselves a couple new Yoshis, including Trousers Yoshi. And with the help of our pants-filled friend here, we're going to go ahead and continue on with World 5-7, Snowy Mountain Lift Tour. So everything's free, really doesn't matter what badge we pick, but I'm going to go ahead and still use my Hidden Items badge just to make things easier for collecting. We could use anything here that's very expensive, and there are some more expensive badges we can use, like the melons, for example, or if you really want to break the stage, you use the badge that allows you to survive from bottomless pits, but nah. Items badge is best badge, and I don't want to be too cheap here. I think just using the survive from bottomless pit badge here is going to be a very cheap thing for me to do, because basically it means there's going to be no real way I die here, unless I get attacked from enemies, so we're not doing that. You want to fall down below here, you find yourself a hidden little alcove, which will give you a Meaver stamp bead. That's pretty important, so I'm glad we got that. I'm going to go ahead and ride this platform all the way around here, just simply because I want to go ahead and get me some more beads. One of them also being a Meaver stamp bead, which that's pretty important. Ride this all the way up, and I'm just going to go ahead, grab me my thing of yarn, and continue on. Don't need to wait around for that thing, because I have a flutter jump. So here, I'm going to grab this flying penguin. So it looks very goofy just because of how hard they gotta flap their wings. I'm gonna use these guys to go ahead and get me some free eggs. So grab you, kill your friend, or completely miss. That's fine too, I guess. There's no real penalty here for being too fast or too slow with these platforms because they're infinitely spawning from the left. So I don't need to worry about outrunning this platform in general because I have another one just following me right behind. So I can go ahead and use this one, let the penguin fall down onto it, and use the penguin as a nice stepping stone to get a flower. Just being very careful here. I'm just watching my surroundings because I knew this bullet bill was coming. At this point, I'm just taking things slow. It's probably for the best, you want to be honest. Here I need to go ahead and hit this switch so we can go ahead and continue on. If you don't hit that mystery box switch, then these platforms are just going to drop down below, not reaching the other side here. So we need to go ahead and hit that switch to actually progress. And also to make sure we don't die. We got ourselves another Meaver stamp, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and continue onwards. Here we're going to go ahead and hit our checkpoint converting some bullet bills into hearts. Always nice to kill some bullet bills and make them hearts. Here, I'm going to go ahead and be very careful. I don't need this penguin, so get him out. Instead, I need this 8-bit bullet bill. Bounce off of this, get yourself some yarn. Now, as you can see, they really like using 8-bit bullet bills. There's a lot here. So I'm going to just be very careful in general when we're in this section. Now, I want to go ahead, eat this one, bounce off of him, eat this platform. Be very careful here because I don't want to get hit by the bullet bill. But I wanted to go ahead and reveal that section to get me some more beads, which has a stamp bead. But I also got to be very careful because these bullet bills, they can be pretty deadly. Like, some of them move slow, as you can see. Others, not so much. Like, the 8-bit bills, I think, are faster than the other type of bullet bills here, so I gotta be very careful. Here, they give us a fire watermelon. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this fire melon here to open the way to, well, more beads in general. But more importantly, if I go up above here, as you can see, there is a flower hidden in this section. So I definitely need the flower. Now, unfortunately for me, I had to choose that or beads. And as you can see, there are no more fire watermelons here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my power badge for it. I'm going to just get this penguin out of here. And now, we're going to go ahead and play the rest of this level using the all-you-can-eat fire watermelon badge. We unlocked this from beating the fortress here in World 5, but honestly, there's not very much of a use for this badge. So, this is one of those rare cases where I can find a pretty good use for the fire watermelon badge. And we're going to go ahead and use it. You need to use in this section if you want to go ahead and get more beads, because some of these, as you've been seeing, are Meaver stamp beads. So if you want all the stamps, you kind of need to come here. Now I'm going to leave that watermelon there for a bit because I need to actually use Yoshi's tongue to eat different things, like where this giant bullet bill is for starters. It's a good thing I tied up this bullet bill launcher too. It just makes things a lot easier in general. Now I can go ahead and make my way through this section without having to worry about bullet bills shooting at me. That is one thing I never mentioned up to this point, but any bullet bill launchers here, you can go ahead and throw one of your yarn ball eggs at. it'll tie it up for a short amount of time. Allow you to go ahead and just get past the area without having to worry about Bullet Bill shooting at you all the time. It's a nice little thing. I'm glad these aren't insta-kill spikes. It's like the one time they change up the spikes and make them friendly. I mean, not really the most friendly in the world when they still hurt, but they at least don't kill you in one shot. Here, I feel like I'm playing Kaizo Mario World because in this section, you gotta follow these bullet bills. You need to keep these guys on screen if you want to go ahead and use them as platforms. Luckily, you really don't need that many. You probably just need 2 or 3 bullet bills at the very most. But you gotta fly all the way to the far right side of this section, which will give you a flower. If you don't care about a flower, that section is entirely optional. But the first thing I see in that section, I immediately think of Kaizo Mario World, the ROM hack that was made for Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. And man, that thing is definitely a ROM hack. That's not an easy game at all. There's just a lot of death they throw at you in Kaizo Mario World. A lot of do or die situations. Not the biggest fan of that game, want to be honest. I mean, it's a fun game to just mess around with and just see exactly how it plays. And just understand why people say it's a really hard thing in general. Just experience it. That's my thing. You want to experience it, go right ahead, because it's a fun game just to experience. And in terms of trying to beat, though, ooh, no way. That game is really difficult for all the wrong reasons. I'm not a fan. I did beat it, but no way I wouldn't be able to beat that if I wasn't playing on emulator using save states. That is seriously one of those games where if you don't have save states, it's just a much harder game in general because of all the do or die stuff. They really designed that in mind for save states. And there's so many Kaizo games now. I mean, seriously, there's like a Kaizo game for anything at this point when it comes to Mario World. You have it for shell bouncing, you have it for just platforming in general with like a lot of different enemy types. It's just super annoying. Oh no. I think I'm dead. I mean, I could somewhat salvage this by bouncing around on these enemies. And this would be really impressive if I was able to live like this. That's if the bullet bills can actually come on screen. Okay, well, good news. I fluttered up more, but there's nothing here. And now we got Contra Syndrome. Are you kidding me? I forgot the level does that. We go too high and the level just gives up. It all scrolls upwards and the bottom now is a bottomless pit. Well, I'll meet you guys back at that section where we lost our platform. Alright, we made it back. So let's go ahead and do the smart thing and never eat a watermelon. I'm gonna just avoid that thing for now and get me a whole bunch of eggs. That's probably for the best because I don't have any at all since I died. It'd just be easier to go ahead and use eggs now to just destroy these bullet bills quick. As soon as I say that, I get bounced to a penguin. Are you serious? Now we got this problem again. Hang on. We're gonna actually try to salvage this a little bit by going backwards. There. This platform does respawn, but you do have to make your way back down here where the platform originally was. Otherwise, this orange platform will be gone forever, and you will die because the screen scrolls too much up. So don't let that happen. I wonder where my watermelon was. Like, it just disappeared. That was weird. This is the one time we're having the fire watermelon. Made things a little bit easier, too. So I'm going to just go ahead and be very careful here because I do not want to die. Some of these penguins. They put these penguins here just to knock you off. I know I'm not going to get enough hearts. I don't really care about collecting them at this point. I just care about living. And I can just get a little bit ahead. And as you can see, you need a fire melon for this very end. Because right here, they put beads and a flower inside of ice. So you need to have enough fire to get your final things of stamps and also your, well, final flower. And I missed a thing. Trying to remember where I missed that thing of yarn. I'm better off, honestly, not replaying this section, just going through the whole level. So we'll just go ahead and finish it up, which gives me a bonus gain, conveniently enough. So we'll take it. I used a decent amount of beads here because I had to actually swap badges midway through. So my everything free became one item free, and the other one I still had to pay full price. It's like one of those buy one, get one free sales, except the one free thing you get is cheaper than the thing you have to buy. I never liked those sales. Like, what's the point at that point? It's not much of a sale. I'm not really saving much money at all. I'm still spending more money to get a free thing. Sometimes those sales actually jack the prices up of things in general. I've noticed some stores When they do a buy one get one free sale on some items, they sometimes, instead of making it, oh, this is now a cheaper price in general, they take the thing that is buy one get one free and double the price. So if the thing usually costs $5, but there was no sale on it, well, now it costs double the price, so it costs $10, but now you get 2 for $5 because of the free price. That's not a sale, that's inflation. I don't like it when stores do that. That was a weird tangent. It got me through the bonus. It was a different type of bonus stage, a new one we haven't seen, where we have the invisible curtain trick returning from World 4, which was a cool idea, but honestly makes that bonus really difficult to keep up with, just because there's no easy way to get a lot of the fruit if you miss it in one shot, so it's one of the hardest bonus games, honestly, to get a lot of points. I'm not surprised they didn't really do too well there. Let's go ahead and make my way over to the amiibo hut here and see what amiibo we're going to be using for a revisit. So, because we have to go through a level with a whole bunch of bombless pits, and there's a lot of vertical climbing we need to go ahead and do, I figured let's go ahead and play as a character that has a pretty good experience about climbing vertical levels. Pit Yoshi! I'm pretty sure I'm in the majority when I say this, but I do believe the first half of Kid Icarus on the NES is harder than the second half because of that vertical climb section. I played that so many times on different releases, whether it be Virtual Console or just like NES Classic or stuff like that. And I always had a hard time just trying to get through the beginning section because of all the vertical climbing. It was just so easy to die in that beginning section. Let's go ahead and make our way back to 5-7. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut to the point where we need to get our last single wool. So I'll go ahead and see you at wool piece number 4. I didn't see this here before. There it is. There's our yarn. I didn't see that earlier because I probably jumped just a little too far out of the range for where that hidden cloud would spawn. So now with that collected, I'll meet you guys at the end of the level. A little scary at the end because just like our other attempts at this level, I did unfortunately jump off of the orange platform too early and fall through it. That's alright because we were able to recover and we got everything now in this level. We got our yarn, we got our hearts, we're good. So now let's go ahead and see what Yoshi may unlock for doing all this. So for collecting all the yarn here in 5-7, we got ourselves another Yoshi. We got ourselves the Blizzard Yoshi. A lot of ice themed Yoshis in the ice world. How fitting. Let's go ahead and play as some Blizzard Yoshi here and continue onwards with 5-8. Snifberg The Unfeeling's Castle. As you can already tell by the name here, guess what type of enemy this boss is based off of. I mean, his face is kind of on the front door of his castle. I'll let you guys figure that one out on your own. But now let's go ahead and enter the Unfeeling's castle. I love the subtitle of this guy's name. Unfeeling. Like, what does that make him sound like? Just someone who's super depressed? That's kind of what it sounds like to me, and I feel bad for this guy. He just probably wants a big old hug, but instead we're gonna just give him a big old beatdown instead. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a yarn ball egg just to make that a little bit easier. Got all those beads in one good shot. Hidden cloud at the very end there, revealing a flower. Definitely important to hit that. And going on here into this door, you gotta be careful here because there's a lot of moments for you to get crushed in this level from these blocks, so be very careful not to be too close to these guys when they're flipping around. Because if you're underneath these blocks when they're moving, that is a one-hit KO to Yoshi. He will be crushed instantly. We gotta be very careful about these blocks. I love as soon as I said we're gonna be crushed, I got crushed as soon as I hit the checkpoint. That's not much penalty, but that just kind of proved what I was saying. Like, hey, look how easy this is to be crushed. This level is probably the worst about that crushing because there's a lot of these blocks and they're multiple sizes. We see in the first room there's a lot of big blocks and now we got a lot of small ones. But the big thing that you have to be worried about is because of the ice here, it's very easy for you to slip and slide. Making it super easy for you to get crushed because of that. You're not paying attention and now you just slipped right into the front of one of these moving blocks and you get crushed. Kind of like how I did. Or you can get some extra momentum like that and almost get crushed because of the momentum. That would have been bad if I got crushed that way. I wouldn't have liked that at all. Get into this section, you want to stand on top of this block in particular because it reveals a whole bunch of beads. Some of these have Meaver stamps, so I definitely want to collect the stamps. And here, I'm going to go ahead and just jump off this shy guy and enter our hidden pipe that we made appear. And going into this pipe, got a giant block here we got to be careful with because this thing is very easy to be crushed by. I just want to take my time here. You hit the cloud that it's hiding and you will go ahead and reveal some collectibles. Got ourselves a piece of yarn along with some extra beads here. You gotta be very quick because it's very easy to be crushed by this guy when you're just trying to get your collectibles. Here I'm gonna go ahead and eat this Snifit and stand on the block that he was at, which reveals this hidden little path of beads, which reveals a cloud with some extra hearts. Here, as you can see, we jump down to this section. There is a hidden piece of the seal we can jump into. There's a cloud hidden in that mix. Throw an egg up, get yourself a little trampoline. You want to take the top door. They both lead to the same section here, but the top door does give you something else. It does reveal a hidden cloud, and also gets you to a higher area that you need to go ahead and traverse. Because going through all this, we get some stamp beads, and we also get ourselves a piece of yarn. So you definitely want to take that top door. Here, I'm going to go ahead and wait for another cube to appear. I'm not going to take my chances here. And I'm going to jump up above to get me a flower. And now I'm going to take my time here because this section blocks get faster. And I want to be very careful because of that, because now it's even easier to be crushed by these guys, especially the ones that are just dropping down from the ceiling. Those I do not want to be crushed with. Well, good news. I wasn't crushed by the one falling from the ceiling. I was crushed by the one falling to the bottomless pit. I think that's even worse. I don't think I have enough hearts now to beat the boss at the end with full 20. I think they might only give me one more thing of hearts, so I'm probably going to have to redo this level. It's fine, because if I need to redo it, I'll redo it. Not a big deal. But just wait here a little bit and get crushed. Man, there was no easy way out of that section. Either I would get crushed or I fall in the pit and get crushed. So either outcome, I was dying. Let's try this again. This time without the death. Preferably without any death. I'm gonna eat you Snifits because I need eggs. I'm gonna wait for one of these blocks here, grab my yarn for the third time. And I think this time I'm just gonna throw a yarn ball egg down. That should probably be just safer. Get me my flower, and oh, I got a bad flutter jump there. That was a little scary, but I was able to recover. That's a good thing. Move quick here, get your beads. Get me this hidden cloud here, revealing our final flower. And that's pretty much it. I am missing a bead, though. That's a little weird. Well, I'm gonna have to replay for this level for both beads and for the hearts. That's unfortunate, but I'll go ahead and easily do that. So, let's just go ahead and make our way into this door and fight the boss. Eee! You were getting on my nerves! Hey you! In the parka! Send this Yoshi back to the Ice Age. I mean, I am Blizzard Yoshi, so you're not wrong with the Ice Age comment. Mere giant Snifberg boss. In order to damage this guy, we need eggs. I only have one, so I'm going to unfortunately wait around this boss fight. So I'm going to wait for him to shoot out these shy guys, eat them all, getting 3 yarn ball eggs. You need to shoot him 3 times with eggs in order to actually do damage here. So I'm going to have to wait for him to move around the field. So you can see he turns to a giant spike ice cube. I need to be very careful. If I throw 3 yarn ball eggs at him, knocks him into the spikes, which reveals his weak spot on the back. Ground pound him, do that 2 more times, and the boss is beaten. Now, there is another thing you can do in this fight if you don't have enough eggs. And I want to really show this off because this is actually really cool. Use the all-you-can-eat watermelon badge. This counts as egg shots too. Takes a little bit longer to use a watermelon to knock him into the pit, but you can use the watermelon badge, and this will save you on eating eggs as well. This is a really convenient trick because in this boss fight, no matter if you're playing normal mode or mellow mode, you're not going to have enough eggs here. So, if you just want to save on collecting eggs, you can just do this. Unfortunately for me, I kind of got frozen there and pushed into the ice, but that's not too big of a deal because I can go ahead and survive it. Gonna shoot him a lot with my seeds here. I ran out, but luckily there's another watermelon right here. Shoot more watermelon seeds, stun him, and there you go. That's another phase. This is so cool that you can go ahead and use the watermelon badge for this because that makes things so much easier. I can just go ahead and use the watermelon badge to attack him extremely fast. That makes it very convenient since I have no X. Now I can skip the phase where he throws out shy guys and just finishes up a little bit quicker. But as you can see, it takes a lot of seed shots to actually damage this guy, so this is not the most efficient thing in the world, but it works. And I'll take it. Not many bosses I can say I killed from just shooting watermelon seeds at it. So there you go. That was our final hit, the giant old Snifberg, and that is World 5 complete. Minus some extra health I needed in a Amiibo stamp, but everything else we needed, we got. So I'll just have to come back to this level and get my stamp and hearts. Not too big of a deal, I can just rush back through. But we'll at least get to unlock our bonus level here, and we'll see our new type of Yoshi. Those are the 2 important things. Those are the things we actually want. So, for beating World 5 here, we get ourselves a new power badge. This is the Ice Watermelon. And we've already used the Ice Watermelon here, World 5, so just like the Fire Melon, I'm not going to be using this badge unless we actually really need it in a level because there's no real point. It does the same thing as the other Watermelon badges, but it lets you freeze enemies, that's it. But we got the Snifberg the Yoshi. I love how his nose is just a Snifberg face. That is amazing to me. But since we got all the flowers here in World 5, we unlocked the special level here. And that special level we're going to have to unfortunately wait on. But, for now, Kamek is retreating once again. This time, there's nowhere left for Kamek to go. There's only one more location left on the map. And Kamek retreats into a dresser. Now we actually see what's inside this person's dresser. Kind of a small one, though. It only has 2 drawers. But, to make up for it, the top opens up. This is our final world of the game, World 6. So now we can go immediately into World 6 if we wanted, but I'm going to be going over to the Amiibo hut instead, because I need to figure out what Amiibo I'm going to be using to go back through Snifberg's level here in World 5. So because we have to go back through a boss level, I figured let's go ahead and use another boss character from a different Nintendo game that usually does have his own kind of fortress. DDD Yoshi! I love how this head looks on the Yoshi. It's so nice looking because it's a combination of the blue face that the penguin has, because King Dedede is just a giant old penguin. Then you have the red and yellow and white for his hat, and you have the orange on the front for his beak mouth. It's just so expressive in just the face alone. Dedede Yoshi almost looks like Bert Yoshi in a way, too. Kind of looks like a giant clown. But it's Dedede. Time to clobber that there Snifberg. Doesn't roll off the tongue as much like clobber that there, Kirby. But you get the idea. We're going to go ahead and make our way back in the 5-8 here. And we're going to go ahead and find ourselves that bead that we missed and get those hearts. So I'll see you guys at the bead. If you turn around as soon as you hit this hidden cloud, there's beads that spawn behind you. I completely forgot about that. And that's where they put one of the Meaver stamp beads. Very clever. Finding that last stamp was kind of a pain. I actually had to reset the level because I figured out where it was after I was about ready to beat it. Like, well, I probably just need to restart because no way I can get to it now. At least I was able to pause the game and do it, but as you were seeing there just from watching that portion of the boss fight sped up, you got to see some of his extra moves that I kind of skipped out on because I didn't eat eggs. So there was a lot of extra stuff we didn't see him do there. He kicks more spike balls at you in the third phase, so you got to be careful of the spikes, but that's pretty much it. Now time to go on the 5S, Yoshi's Curtain Call. For this stage, I highly recommend that you use the pull items to you, which are Magnet Force badge. This badge is a godsend for this level, and you'll see why as soon as we get into it. Yoshi's Curtain Call has got to be my favorite special stage in this game. I love the idea of the stage so much. So jumping right in, we don't really have much to do. We just climb around some stars, jump into this launching platform, and get thrown right into the meat of it. We got these fast-moving curtains throughout the entire level. We need to go ahead and grab these things as fast as we can, which means we don't really have any time really to collect these beads. Hence why I say come in here with the Magnet badge. This makes this level extremely easy in comparison. You need this thing to get your collectibles. The hardest part about this level is getting all the hearts. You'll see why getting all the hearts is really difficult in this level. But besides that, all the other collectibles, as long as you're paying attention and you have fast enough reflexes, you should be able to get these collectibles a lot easier now using this Magnet badge. You would have next to no time to get a lot of these collectibles without the Magnet badge. Hence why I think it's just crucial for this stage in general. It makes things just a lot easier in general. I've said that word a lot, but you get the idea. It really does help. I kind of missed out on some beads there, but I do believe I got the Meaver stamp bead, so it really shouldn't matter. And then we got ourselves another flower. Got 14 out of 20 badges here, so we're doing pretty good. We got a lot of stuff here going on. It moves really fast. This is why I like this level so much. It's just very fast-paced, and it's very reaction-based, and I really like it just for that reason. It's a lot of fun. We got ourselves our final set of collectibles here at the very end. We got it. We got ourselves a flower. We got ourselves some stamps. We got ourselves a yarn. Unfortunately, we did not get ourselves the health. The reason why is if you blinked, the health is at the very end of this level. We got 19 out of 20 hearts. Dear God, that is a slap in the face. 19 out of 20. They put every single heart you need at the very end of that level. When you jump off of the final curtain, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go in a very specific angle to get every single thing that's on the balloon. You're supposed to get all the health. You're supposed to get the beads. You're supposed to get a flower at the end. There's just too much, honestly, of that section. So I highly recommend don't worry about the health for this special level. And I'll be showing you why here in just a moment. But for now, we got ourselves a different bonus game, and this one's really hard to get all these fruit, not gonna lie. As you can see, the more bonus games we unlock, the worse they get for getting beads. This one's biggest problem is things are just too spread out. And with how you slip around on the ice, you don't really have as much time to turn around as you would like because of how slippery it is. Not the easiest bonus level, in all honesty, to get beads. Probably one of the worst. But we got every other collectible here in 5S, so all we need is the hearts. And honestly, it's not too big of a deal to get the hearts here. But more importantly, we got ourselves a new Yoshi. We got ourselves the Super NES Yoshi. I do like me some Super Nintendo, but unfortunately, we're going to have to save that Yoshi for a little bit later to use. For now, we're making our way back over to the Amiibo Hut, and we're going to be running back through 5S real fast and getting those hearts. So, because we're playing with a level that has us climbing on a lot of stuff, and because honestly I used all my fast characters already in the game, let's go ahead and use this character next. If it can actually scan on my gamepad. There we go. Or not. There it goes. Amiibo scanning can be weird. Diddy Kong Yoshi! That was a lot of suspense just for a Diddy Kong. Honestly, we already used a lot of our fast characters like Captain Falcon and Sonic, so I figured Diddy Kong would be another good choice. There's a lot of climbing here. Diddy Kong's known for climbing a lot of the stuff he's in, so Diddy Kong it is! It really doesn't matter what amiibo I pick at this point, because we're not going to be in this level for long. Simply because there's a reason why I say don't worry about the health here. Love how I went around the entire map just to get back to World 5. It's always confusing when I come out of the Amiibo Hut which way I need to go. So, before entering 5S, swap over to Mellow Mode. Simply just because now with Mellow Mode active, we're going to jump into this level, and I'm going to go ahead and just play with no badge because I don't need them anymore. We got everything else in this level, so now all we need to do is we just need the hearts. But playing with Mellow Mode, because we start the stage with 20 out of 20 hearts, you do not need to worry about the final section at all at this point. So if you don't feel confident getting all those hearts like myself, then you don't need to worry. Come in here at Mellow Mode, activate it, you can swap back to Classic Mode to play the rest of this level, and now all we need to do is just beat it. We don't need to worry about getting hit by anything because there's no enemies in this level, and we don't need to worry about getting any more collectibles because we got everything at this point. The hearts don't matter. So now, time to beat this level. You kidding me? Did I seriously get all those hearts this time falling down? I didn't even need the Mellow Mode trick. It's fine. We got them anyways. We beat the stage. We got a bonus game, so I guess we're doing the second bonus game to finish this episode off. Man, this is just a weird combination of things. I got 19 out of the 20 Meaver stamps. I only missed one without using the magnet badge, and I got everything else. That is weird how we kind of did better our second attempt and we didn't have the magnet on. That is hilarious. But we got this stupid bonus again. Man, I really hope I actually get a decent amount of points this time around from this, because I don't think I will. I probably get just a little over 2,000 again. And that's not going to be enough to keep on using my C-hidden items. That thing's expensive. I love it, but it costs 5,000 points each time I gotta use it. And we got a decent amount of levels left, so that's going to be a lot of points to use. We literally did just as good this time as we did the last time we played this bonus stage. Man, I can't catch a break in that one. It just, they don't give you enough time. I wish I had more time in that bonus. But now that we got everything this time around, we've 100% completed World 5. There is nothing left here. It looks like next time we get to play, everything's free, so hopefully that stays when I turn my system off, because after this, I'm taking a break. Next time on Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World, we'll be going into our final world of the game. Next time, we'll be taking our Super NES Yoshi and entering World 6. I'll see you guys next time.